We are the Lost Puppies. Our group members are Travis, the group leader, Adamir, visuals, Shauna, communication, Lawrence, narration, Chantel, the researcher, and Anthony, the floater. Our TV show takes place in the western United States during the Civil War era. It revolves around a saloon that bartender Henry owns and manages. It follows Henry's encounters with Union and Confederate soldiers, employee relationships within the saloon, and customers from the town, including the police force. In our episode, The Decision-Making Process, we follow our bartender as he has to go through the 8-step decision-making process after seeing an on-duty soldier walk into the bar. It takes place in bartender Henry's saloon and features Bob, the Confederate soldier, and Henry, the bartender. It also features 2 decision-making errors that Henry encounters. Our TV show has 6 main characters. Sheriff Don is the sheriff of the town, so he holds a figurehead position as a symbol of law and order around the town and works as a disturbance handler. He doesn't have the technical skills of a gunslinger, but he has good interpersonal skills to get along with plenty of people to calm down any situation. He is older and looking to have an easy job and not to get shot trying to perform his duties. Sometimes this means sitting on the sidelines and letting things work themselves out. Deputy Smith. He is the sheriff's deputy. Smith is more of the brash young personality that falls into the disturbance handler role along with the sheriff. He gets into the thick of things to try and straighten them out. He has good technical skills when it comes to shooting, but the sheriff's better at de-escalating situations. The Confederate soldier. Bob is the Confederate soldier and the risk taker. He is a very strong and willing native fighter that protects his side of the town. Although he is a good person, he does struggle with drinking every now and then, which causes him to get sidetracked and take a trip to the local saloon. The Union soldier. Josh is a 25-year-old Union soldier. Josh is known as a patriot who dedicated most of his life to serving. Sometimes people find him to be too serious. There is no way that he cannot cope with accomplishing tasks. Overall, he is a responsible, systematic, and experienced individual. The bartender. Henry is a very outgoing character who is charismatic and funny. He works long hours, so he has great personality traits to keep himself and his customers entertained. He has excelled in interpersonal skills like being able to be empathetic and persuasive. As the manager and owner of his saloon, he must take many tough decisions into account. When it comes to ethical decision-making, he uses a universal approach, which is like the well-known saying of, treat others the way you want to be treated. He is a well-liked guy who occasionally breaks the law, but you just can't hate him. The bartender's wife. Lauren is an important role in keeping the saloon organized and formulating strategies to be a better business. She tends to be quiet and sticks to her work in the back office unless Henry needs to help her out in the front. A lot of the business side of the saloon couldn't be possible if it wasn't for Lauren. Although problems do arise while working together, They always end up having a good teamwork relationship and make ethical decisions together. In our episode, There's a New Guy in Town, we highlighted the organizational structure, concept, and management. It takes place in bartender Henry's saloon. It features characters Henry, his wife Lauren, and also moonshine maker Terry. Moonshiner Terry. Terry is a moonshiner who works for Henry at the saloon. He also makes his own moonshine and sells it to bars. He is an ambitious individual and is open to learning new things. Some future episodes go over management concepts such as ethics, morals, decision-making, and strategy-making. In one future episode, bartender Henry faces an ethical dilemma when Confederate soldier Bob's drinking problem is starting to catch up to him again. He must use a moral rights approach to make a decision between his business and the well-being of Bob. Another future episode follows Confederate soldier Bob as he looks to make a profit for protection around town. He finds himself in a competitive competition within the town from Union soldier Josh. Another future episode features Sheriff Don's decision to intervene in a fight between the Union and Confederate soldiers in his town. He uses strategic management skills to make this decision. So far, our checklist for deliverables has been very successful. For Milestone 1, we earned a 10 out of 10. For Milestone 2, we earned a 10 out of 10. Both of these came with positive feedback as well as positive comments on our work.